Yo, 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 what's up? This is Joe from Joe's Universal Garage in the Peach capital of the state, baby. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Let's see who's in here. Let's see. Scoot, Cars, Fisher, TJ, Bruce, Sean P, Tulu, Cars, Scott, yeah, Scoot, TJ, Gary. All right, boys and girls. Hope everybody's doing good. So didn't really get anything done like work-wise. Had a lot of administration stuff I had to do yesterday, so it is what it is. But the plan is to see if we can start moving forward. Yeah, $247 a quart. Yeah, $247. $250 a quart. Yep, $250 a quart. Yep, I sure did. $250 a quart. So here is the distributor. So this right here is the, well, if it's $235 a quart, just say $250 times 4, so you're looking at about $1,200 for a gallon. So if it's about $1,300 a gallon. So I'm trying to figure out where to mount this box here. So it's probably gonna be a lot of talking and a lot of trial and error this morning. So no, they ain't no discount on paint, buddy. No, it's like $1,100 a gallon. Yeah. I bought not 10 ounces of red the other day, and it was $135 for 8 ounces of red. So I'm trying to figure out where to mount this at, and I kind of got an idea. The wiring harness is fairly long where I need to get to. I've already mounted the Hyperspark. Well, good luck with that. I hate them things, Scoot. So right there is the Hyperspark, and you can see that it has a long harness. All right. So Holly is very particular about their hots and grounds. So this is the hot lead, right? And they suggest do not extend in these, right? They said if you extend them, see they already come pre-crimped and shrink wrapped shrinked on the end. So this is what they give you, right? And they highly suggest not extending these. So with that being said, the battery is right here. So with that being said, I have plenty of wire to get to the battery. All right. So here is this other wire right here. This one goes to the little black PDM box. So this one, you got gracious plenty of wire, right? And it even gives you this weather pack plug on the end, or module style pack, which I really, really like these. I really like these plugs. You can make your own plugs like this. You just have to buy them. So this plugs up into the coil, right? Or the Hyperspark coil. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of talking on this video because, or the ignition, right? So this right here, this is the Hyperspark ignition, part number 556-151, or the part number is 556 154, right? So this right here plugs into this Hyperspark, plugs into this, all right? That plugs into that, okay? Then the red and white wire on the other one goes into this, right? So this is the Sniper 2 PDM, Power Distribution Module. Part number is 554200. So basically everything in the Sniper system in this kit plugs into this right here, right? Everything goes into this, right? So all your ignition wires, all your fan wire, everything goes into this. So there's no sense in going to the fuse box because this is where it goes. So you have a, right here, number 10 gauge wire goes straight to the battery. And then you have a 10 gauge wire from the red, or from the hot side, goes straight to the battery. They send you right here. There's the wire right there, all right? So, with that being said, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this as close and as nice to the battery as possible. So what I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. What's up, Square Body? What's up, Roger? So what I'm thinking is throw that wrench on the floor. I'm thinking about taking this piece of plate, this piece of metal right here, and putting it right there on the wall. Somebody's probably going to say, well, why didn't you slide it all the way up there? Well, two things can't occupy the same space at the same time. So when you go to close the hood, the hinge from the hood comes down, and right there is the point. What's up, Elko? Right there is where this right here is at. So I can't go no further than there. Because when you go to shut the hood, you see the spring, it comes down. So if I would like to put it right there. That would be awesome. But the spring will be in the way. Also, I thought about putting it right here. Thought about taking a panel and putting it right here, right? Right. So thought about putting it, something like up and down. Well, if you do that, then you got to think about this. Right here is your engine coolant tank. So you got to think about servicing, right? So if I take this plate and I put it right here where if I put it up underneath there and I mount everything here, I don't have enough room up and down. I'd have to put one on one side and one on the other side, all right? Well, you think about it. Here's the radiator, or the radiator. Here is the engine coolant, right? Let's say this thing runs hot and sprays water out. I don't want it to get on this electrical, right? I know it's sealed, but you don't want any water on that or anything. Plus, it'll be in the way of the engine coolant tank, and it'll be there. So, I don't want to put it down here because there's really nowhere flat to put it, or anything like that. So I could put it on this side, right? I could mount everything on this side. But by doing that, the wires will not be long enough. The hot and red wires, 12 volt positive, 12 volt negative, will not be long enough if I was to put it right there. I would not be long enough to get to the battery. So, would not be long enough to get to the battery. And they highly suggest not extending these wires. Right? It says it in the instructions. Do not extend these wires if possible. Because they have figured out how much wire they could get away with parasitic draw, resistance. So with that being said, what we're going to do, boys and girls, I've already mounted the HyperSpark coil. It's right there. That's a good spot for it. It's not in the way. You can still get to the transmission dipstick. You can get to the transmission dipstick where you can check and do that. And then this wire right here in the harness will be able to hide it up underneath here and run it on over to this section here. So ideally, would like to put everything over on this side, but the wire is not long enough. This wire that's pre-wired into this is not long enough to get from here to the terminals on the battery. So with that being said, we're going to take this little handy dandy thing right here and we're going to put it up there on the wall, and then we're going to mark for the HyperSpark this, and then we'll go from there. So let's put this down for a second. Put this down for a second, and we'll go from there. Cap treasure, you need more wire. I just said the instruction says do not extend the wire past the wiring harness that was provided with the Sniper 2 harness. So that answers your question. Remove the jack and mount it to the Fonda. Why would I want to remove the jack and mount it to the fender? Because it's already where it's supposed to be. That's where GM put it, and that's where it's going to stay. That's where it's going to stay. I did not. What's up, Carolina? We are not reinventing the wheel on this thing. So we're going to try to set this camera up right here. I still ain't found that stand, or I still ain't got nothing from damn Amazon, man. I don't know what in the world's going on. I guess everybody's on strike. It's not stock anyway. Well, I don't know, Renaissance. It looks pretty damn stock to me. Today ain't the day, I promise you. Today ain't the day. It looks pretty stock to me. Stock single cab, 1982, C30, dually, 454 big block, original engine. Looks pretty daggone stock to me. How about that? All right, looks pretty stock to me. Only thing we're doing is putting fuel injection on it. We're taking this carburetor off. He's leaving the carburetor gang, and he's going to fuel injection. So we're going to take this off and put the fuel injection unit on there. Kevin from Minnesota. How's the weather in Minnesota? Y'all got snow yet? Y'all got snow in Minnesota? Minnesota and snow go together like peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly. Now, of course, before the camera started, I did pre-drill these holes because I didn't know exactly where I was going at the time. So that's where we at, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I run up here to the old Tractor Supply. And I got some number 8 3/4 self-tapping sheet screws. Run up here to the old Tractor Supply and got these number 8s, 3/4 long sheet screws. And when you measure the screw, you measure it from the bottom of the head to the end of the tip. And I'm gonna put one over here in the lower corner. I'm gonna put one right there, because that side right there don't have a flat spot, but we're gonna put one. Man, don't want to lose these things, man. These things are expensive, man. It's like $13 for 75 of these little son of guns. And when all this is said and done, I'll take this out and I'll put some daggone Rust-Oleum on it so it won't be surface rusting. I'm trying to make this thing as nice and clean as possible. So now, one thing I'm like taking this right here and mounting this hyper, because see right here, there's a line right here. There's right at the end. I can't go no past there. So if that's like that, you gotta think the thickness of the plug. All right, thickness of the plug. So when this hinge comes down, we don't want it to grab. We don't want it to hit the wiring harness or anything. So we're gonna put that right there. And then we're gonna put this other box, we're gonna put it right there. So, with that being said, it looks like a good fit right there. Looks like a good fit right there, boys and girls. We're just gonna eyeball it. Now the fender don't run level, right? So if you level this, it's not gonna be level with this because the fender tapers down. So if we put it on the same angle as the fender, we'll do it like that. But if we put it, you know, straight. So first, let's do this first. Let's mount the hyper spark first. And then we go from back to front instead of front to back. So I'm liking that where that's at right there. Still got enough room where you can get the jack out. So you got to think ahead, you know. A lot of people just put things on cars and send it. And then don't think about, hey, the next man or you have to work on that shit later on down the road. So it's a thinking game. It's like playing checkers. Y'all playing checkers. It's like playing chess. So I think that looks good right there. So I'm going to spike that hole right there. And then we'll go from there. So I think that'll work. We'll put it right there. I'm gonna put that right there. I think that's gonna work, boys and girls. So we're just gonna put one in it right there. And then we're gonna kind of just eyeball it. That looks like it's got plenty enough room for the hinge. But before we put another screw in it, put another hole in our panel, we're gonna let the hood down just a little bit. So y'all might be in the dark for just a little bit. I'm gonna let y'all live with it for a second. Oh yeah, that's gracious plenty. And we wave from the wires. Once I put some wire zip ties on it, we'll be in good shape. Sand it. 2 screws is good, but it's got 4 holes. So we're gonna put 4 screws. Like I said, we're using number 8s, 3/4 self-tapping sheet screws. Now I might not be able to get to that one right there unless I remove the jack. But we'll remove it to get that screw in there. Well, I popped it out of gear. Oh yeah, she's good shape. All right, so we can't get to that bottom one, so we're gonna remove this jack. This jack, well, I was gonna say this jack probably ain't never been took out. Yeah, can't get to it. Take this little jack out. I thought I could twist it. Oh yeah, she rocks solid, boys and girls. Jack back where it goes. Put the bracket back on it. Put the little wing nut. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. That's secure. All right, so now what I can do is right here is the LED light. You got the LED light on this side. You got LED lights on that side. So I'm going to turn it. I'm going to turn it the same way, all right? If I turn it this way, this says sniper upside down and this says sniper upside right. But I would rather see the LED lights, LEDs, LEDs. So I'm going to butt that up to that right there. Still got plenty of room. I'm going to split the difference between top and bottom. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to get a screw. We'll set it right there. Now I know somebody's OCD is probably going to kill them when they say, the words is upside down, I can't deal with it. Well, yeah, I'd rather have them both the same way than both one wrong, one right. I'll show y'all after I get the last one in here. I'll show you what we got. Might have to move the jack again. We might have got ahead of ourselves. Might have to move the jack. Oh, we got it. We got it, boys and girls. So, that right there. So we got that. So that's right there. Well, let's see. It is a 82 or 81. It's an 81 or 82 C30. Hold on, I'm checking up on the comments. Hold on, see if I missed anything. Appreciate that, Gary. Yeah, I got those. You talking about the nut inserts? You talking about nut inserts? Appreciate it, Kevin. You talking about? You are talking about who said nut inserts? Kevin. You talking about these? You talking about these? Yeah, I've used nut inserts. I'm not using them on this though. It's not that type of party on this one. I mean, it said they sent screws. I mean, they sent these. Look, this is what they sent. See, they sent these right here to install. All right. White dead high pretty. Well, it's got a hood on it. So, I mean, it's got a hood on the truck. Water runs off the hood. What water does get in runs down this track. If there's any water that gets in there, Holly has thought ahead, and they have this neoprene connector, right? They have this neoprene connector where when you put it in there and you close it, it seals it up. But I'm also, I mean, it's a good question. I'm also going to use, when I actually put the connectors, once I run, not me stupid, show them the part, not you. They don't want to look at you, you big dummy. So on these connectors right here, once I do everything and everything's done and everything works and everything's, everything's up and running, I will come back and I will take this battery connector terminal or dielectric grease and I will put on every terminal and to close them up. So that's that. What is it, fat boy? You want to make your appearance today? Huh? No, YouTube don't pay nothing. What are you doing, fat boy? Huh? What are you doing, fat boy? What are you, fat boy? You come out here and tell everybody, hey? Huh? Yeah? You come out here and say, look at me. I'm big and fat like Garfield. Come on now. Pick a wrench up. Go find something. Go get a rat. Do something. Make yourself useful. So that's that. Plus all the LED lights. All the LED lights is like that right there. So that's that. So with that being said, this right here, this, come on now. They had this on the hot side of the battery, so we're going to have to put that back. I don't know what that goes to. I'm not even going to try to attempt to figure out because that's not what this job is. We're not going to dig into this job and find more stuff wrong. Y'all hear that squirrel? Y'all hear that squirrel barking? Anyways, we ain't give up on the Impala. We got parts order for it. What? All right, let's get back to this. Don't want to get off sidetrack. So this right here goes to the battery. Now, they say you can't extend this, but I can shorten it. But what I'm going to do, tell me what you're going to do. Tell me what you're going to do. I am going to try to do a reach around, and I'm going to run behind. I'm going to run behind here and come out here, and then the battery's here, and then I can come around the battery and grab it. So all this, even though this has got wire loom on it, I'll wire loom some more of it where I'll push the wire loom up. I'll push the wire loom up to the terminals right here, and then I'll zip tie it, and then I'll take a big piece of wire loom like this. So I'll take a big piece of wire loom like this and I'll zip tie it, and then I will pull it around and bring the wires out here so everything will be hidden, right? You know what I'm saying? Because see, this harness here, now how in the hell did that get wrapped up like that, like a bunch of damn billy goats? So yeah, so this harness right here, this red and white wire, what's going on, Double Up? I'm just putting this fuel injection. We just made this bracket right here fly to hold the power distribution block and to hold the hyper spark, and then we mounted the coil. And then the next thing we'll do, because we're gonna have to next thing we'll have to do is we'll start pulling these wires from the hyper spark to the power distribution block, and then we will pull the, probably won't do it on this live. I don't know, we might. I don't want to run over 60 minutes. We'll probably pull the carburetor off, pull the carburetor off, and then set this bad boy on there. It's got a crap load of vacuum lines. I mean, a crap load. So, with that being said, once I unhook all these vacuums, I don't have a lot of vacuum ports on this unit. We only have we got one big one and 3 little ones. So what I'm gonna probably have to do is get some more tees and tee all those vacuum lines together and then just run up to one. So okay, I don't even know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but it's all right. So that's that. And then we got to put the other wiring harness in. We got to pull those wires, and then we got to run the fuel system. We got to do all the fuel system on it. Here's all the fuel stuff, the lines, the hoses. I'm gonna have to get some more hoses. And then there's that, and then there's the fuel pump, there's the fuel pump. And then here's all the fittings for it. And then there's the distributor. Got to pull the distributor out and drop this distributor in there. And then here is the handheld. Here is the O2 sensor stuff. Got to put O2 sensors in it. Here's the water temperature. Got to put that thing in there too as well. So with that being said, let's see if we can get some wires, zip tied wire loom, and back fed through and come around on this other side, if I don't say so myself. So I'm gonna set y'all right here for just a second, and then we're gonna go from there, big boy. We're gonna go from there, big boy. We're just gonna get this mounted. Well, this is mounted. We're gonna put this bigger wire loom on there. We're not gonna use much. Probably take about yay long. About yay long. Where's my scissors? I need my scissors. Like I say, take this wire loom and we're gonna slide this wire loom up. Then we're gonna take this big wire loom and wire loom it up like so. gonna try to crap. I was gonna take this shrink wrap. I don't know if I can. Man, come on now. I'm gonna have to take this connector apart to do what I want to do, because it's just gonna make it a whole lot nicer. I want you to get that son on there. All right, let's go in here on the table. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Now, most people probably wouldn't do this. Most people probably wouldn't do this. They probably just put electrical tape on it, and that's okay too. But I want to make a nicer job. So I want to take this wire loom and I want to sleeve it over. I want to take this wire loom and sleeve it over up to here, and I want to shrink wrap this wire loom to these wires on both ends. But the problem is, I don't know. Hold on, let's see. Ha ha! Woo-hoo-hoo! I thought I was going to take it apart. Talk dirty to me, boys and girls. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uh-oh, we got another obstacle. Don't count your chickens for their hatch. Ah. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Hey, if it went together, it can come apart. I'll go ahead and tell you. If it went together, it can come apart. Best believe that. Best believe that. If it went together, it can come apart. If it went together, it can come apart. And I'm going to tell you right here. Well, I don't know what that is, Zach. What is that? That looks like that. What is that? That looks like a damn unicorn, don't it? I mean, that's straight from Holly. I don't know. Today ain't the day. So, let's write this down. So you got the brown is on this side. Brown, orange. And then we're going to de-pin this. We're going to take this out. Should be a clip in there. Alex Cameron showed me how to do this. How you de-pin wires. There is a I got it. I got it. I know one thing, it's humid. All right, new plan. New plan. New plan. New plan. I ain't trying to get a lot of time in this because I quoted this job so many hours. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go plan B. Plan B. We're gonna do like everybody else. Because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I quoted this job for a certain many hours, and that's what we're going to do. We're not going to run over time because I need this thing going. I'm not really familiar with that type of clip that Holly's using. That's a different clip. I know when Alex Cameron, you just take a little flat screw, take a little flat pick, stick in there, pull the tang out of the way, and it slides right out. So I guess Holly has it where once it's in there, I don't know. I've never de-pinned any Holly stuff. So we're just going to use electrical tape to tape the ends up. Because this wire loom, it will fray at the end. It's this Alex wire loom. It's, get it off of Amazon. This is the 1 inch. And it will fray or frazzle, whatever you want, whatever you want to call it. It will frazzle at the end. And it'll just, so we're going to put a little bit of electrical tape on it. Factory use electrical tape. So it's all good in the neighborhood. Put a little bit on that end. See at the bottom right there, once you cut it, see, I just cut that with a pair of scissors. And it's already frazzled. Wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, let's go put this back in. Nice and quiet today. Nice and quiet today. Nice and quiet. Nice and quiet. So we're just installing the Sniper 2 fuel injection system with the Hyper Spark on this 81. It's an 81 or 82 C30 dually single cab. He said it was a short bed. It ain't a short bed. It's a long bed. Has a 454 big block in it, turbo 400. He said the truck runs and drives good. It's just got a fuel system problem. He's tired of dealing with the carburetor. It needs a new tank. Just a lot of stuff on it that he wants to upgrade. And he said he done some research on the Sniper 2. I've done several Sniper 2s. I know there's other kits out there, but he opted to go with the Sniper 2 Hyper Spark kit, which was on sale on the 14th. So I'm just putting a couple zip ties to hold the harness. So I'm gonna All right, we're gonna put the coil back. Put the Hyper Spark coil back. I'll plug it up and we'll go from there. So y'all hang tight. Let me put this up there and then I'll show you. Put the Hyper Spark, there it is right there. We put this bad boy back up here. We're gonna put this Hyper Spark back up here on the top. I'll show you once I get it. Like threading a needle. Yeah, whatever. So, got that put there, got that put there, got this pulled around. Like I said, got this pulled around, and then now these wires will come in on the back side of the battery, and then I can go directly to the hot side. So this will go to the negative side and the positive side of the battery, and then all the wires will be behind. I want y'all to look at that right there. Look at that ground cable, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We can't let that fly. Look at that right there. Huh? What y'all think about that? That's the ground cable, man. That's his ground cable. That ain't mine. That's his. And then when I rolled her over, I seen what. Look, that right there. That ain't gonna work. That's for an occasional grind. Yeah. And whatever that was, it broke off when I took the bolt out. So with that being said, there's enough cable here. There's enough cable there, right? It looks like somebody had a snack. I don't know who had a snack. Somebody had one. But there is enough cable there for the battery. So because negative's right there, so I got enough slack, but I don't know how much slack that I have. So if I was to cut it, I mean, I don't even know if that thing's any. Daggone. Yeah, that ain't good at all. Give it. I don't even know. I could cut it right there, and then I could check the ohm resistance of the wire to see if anything's compromised. But I can put a new end on it and still ground it. But with that being said, I don't know if it would be. It might be long enough. It might be long enough. Yeah, we can cut it right there, and then we can take and put a new end on it, and then take our handy dandy crimps. Take our handy dandy crimps right there. I must have missed something. Take this handy dandy crimp and crimp her down. Lock them up. Hit the road, dude. So that's that. So all right, so this harness right here, I'm just gonna follow the original harness. And we're going to plug it up. So we'll just follow suit with the rest of it, and we'll go from there. So that's that. So we've been on there for 60 minutes. This is part 1. Hit the road, dude. Hit the road. Lock 'em up. So, So I'm not going to continue this live to run it on out, because I don't really like doing lives that's really, really long, because people don't really go back and watch them. But what I will do is I'll go through the chat, see if I missed any questions or anything, and then what we'll do is I'll get all the stuff together. I'll get it all laid out, because I don't want to waste nobody's time. It don't look like a lot got done, but walking through it, processing, looks good. Once the battery gets set in there, well, hell, we'll go ahead and, once the battery gets set in there, this will be behind the battery, the LED lights, and then you can still get to it and open it. But once it's done, you shouldn't have to get inside of it. Should be good to go on that. On that part. And then this that runs around behind that. Once I figure out where everything is, I will probably put a wire connector. I'll probably put a wire grab right there. And when I'm talking about a wire grab, I'll probably take one of these bad boys right here. And I'll grab the wire and I'll stick it right there, and I'll put a screw in it to hold it so it don't move, and then it'll be secure. And then come around here and we'll grab the battery. So, I'll have to go back through that and check that. But on the part 2, I'll do part 2. It's 10:30. I give everybody time to go do whatever they need to do. I don't know, let's say, 11:30. Come back with a second live. And we'll take the carburetor off. We'll unhook the linkage. Everything should hook right back up. The linkage, the kick down cable, the throttle cable, all that should hook right back up to the Sniper 2 system. Unhook all these vacuum lines, and then I'm gonna have to go get some T's, and then we'll have to condense all this stuff down to 1 or 2, whatever. And then we'll set the new fuel injection unit on there. We'll get that bolted down. We'll plug that up. We'll wire that up. And then what I have to do is I have to pull number one cylinder or pull number one plug. Pull number one plug and then get it on top dead center. Get the engine on top dead center, and then we'll pull the distributor out. We'll pull the distributor out and we'll drop this new distributor in for the Hyperspark. So this is the new distributor for the Hyperspark, and we'll go from there. Make sure if you're changing out your distributors, boys and girls, make sure you put that as assembly lube with that double zinc formula on the end, and be very generous with it. Don't be stingy with it, right? Just get it on there, and then we'll drop the new distributor in, and then we should be able to get all the plugs. And he said he just put a new distributor in this thing, so we're about to snatch this bad boy out. Now, we can hook the Sniper 2 up to the HEI distributor, but since he got the Hyperspark, the bundle kit, it's going to be way better. It's going to be way better. Is there a number one piston? Yep, number one piston's right here on a big block. On a Chevrolet, number one piston's right there. Small block or big block, number one piston's right there. So we'll take the plug out, and then we'll take the plug out, and then we'll have to rotate the engine to get it on top dead center. And once we get it on top dead center, then we know it's on number one plug, and then we pull the distributor, and then we'll drop the new distributor in, and we'll be good to go. That's that. And then once we do all that, then I have to drop the tank. I have a new tank, so we got to drop the tank, put a new tank in, and run all the fuel lines, which I have all the fuel lines that came with the kit. And right here is all the fuel system stuff. So here's all the fittings. Here's the hose. I'm probably going to have to go buy more hose for the return. Here's the fuel pressure regulator. We got to mount all that. So once we get this put on here, we'll probably go ahead and make the hoses. Go ahead and make the lines. I have some shorter hose that I could probably use to get from here to here. And then this hose here is 20 foot long. This goes it will go from there to the tank, but also going to have a return. So probably going to have to go to the hardware or to the parts store and get some more fuel line to go from there. So let's catch up on these comments. Man, I don't know what y'all got going on, but y'all got something going on. What's I miss you. There's 84 Cuddy. If I miss you, okay. Hold on a second. I got my headliner tacked down. JT, did you use 3M tack glue? Use contact glue? What's up, Big Erm? There's something else I want to talk about too. There's something on my mind, and it's been on my mind, and it's been on my mind, and it's just been festering. I appreciate everybody tapped in. There's 52 likes. There's 54 people in here right now. I know we lost some people a while ago. That's okay. That's fine. But I got something that's been festering on my brain, been festering on me, and I've been dealing with it for the last couple of days. And I'm just gonna come right out and I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna come on and say it. I'm just gonna come out and say it. There is a lot of people. There is a lot of people. We're going to finish up this little bit, this segment on this little topic right here. So we just got the Sniper 2 Hyperspark coil, the PDM, and the Hyperspark module installed. And then we're going to end this live. I'm going to come back about 11:30, and we're going to put the carburetor, we're going to put this on. We're going to put this on right here, and then we'll go from there. 3M super glue probably doing with it. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that'll look good, man. What are you doing it in? I missed it. What are you doing your headliner in, JT? What's up, Mike? All right, so I'm going to say something, and it's probably, if you don't know me by now, I have no filter. I have no filter. If I see bullshit, I call it out. And it's not because of being mean or being malice. If I see it, I call it. If I tell you I'm done with something, like I got my belly full of it, I'm done with it. I will not revisit it. I will not come back. That's the wonderful thing about being alone. See, there's people that are alone that can be fine alone. And there's people that are not alone that they can't be alone. They have to be around people, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm not built that way. I'm not wired that way. If I see some fuckery going on, I'm out. I'm out. I will walk away and not even think twice about it. I will open the door and show you your way out. I promise you. I promise you. And I will not lose any sleep over it. But what has bothered me, what was brought to my attention, which is kind of interesting, there's few things in life that you don't do. Old Volkswagen. Man, that's cool, man. That's cool, JT. That's cool, man. If you post pictures up in your community post, man, if you can tag me. I'd like to see your project, man. I'd like to see your project. There's a few things in life that you don't mess around with. It's like bad voodoo, right? It's bad voodoo. It's bad voodoo. It's bad mojo. It's bad all the way around. That is, don't cry sick when you're not sick. That's a mental defect. That is called Munchausen disease or syndrome, where you claim that you're sick or your kids are sick to get attention, and it is a diagnosis, and there's people been doing it. And you do not play with death. You do not play with death. You do not play with death at all. Zero, zilch, at all. At all. You do not play with death whatsoever. And if you're a part of that group that pretends to be sick or whatever, it's called it's that disorder. I just said it. I just lost my train of thought because I seen something. If you claim to be sick or somebody else to be sick or your kids, Munchausen disease, and to get attention or sympathy, there is no place in my life for you. Absolutely. Munchausen. Yep. There is absolutely no place in my life for you. And if people are participating in that and encouraging that behavior, I'm going to tell you right now, there is no place in my life for you either. And playing with death is not a very good aspect. Do not play with the dark arts, because karma is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. I have losing a family member is a tragedy. I lost my son. January 28, 2019, I buried my son. So let me give y'all a little bit of insight on that if you're new to the channel. January 28, 2019, I lost my son. He was 6 years old. I started a scholarship called Forever Sick Scholarship. It's no secret. You can Google it. They did a news thing on it. Channel 2 News came here. They did an article on it. The school did an article on it. There's people all over the world that's preached it in their sermons, in their church, all over the world, all over the world. I've been contacted by people all over the world asking me, could they use my story? Absolutely. If you want to use it, use my name, use it. But let me tell you what. Yeah. Right here. It ain't, look, if I tell you it happened, look, right here, right there. Olden Cart, right there. We got a Forever Sick scholarship. That's where I was at yesterday. I was at the college in the meetings trying to make sure all those scholarships was getting awarded to people that apply for my son's scholarship. And they told me that they awarded out 2 checks this semester, $938. So 2 people at the college got 2 checks for $938 a piece to help them with their education. So that's where I was at yesterday. That's why I didn't get a lot of stuff done. I was in administration. I was doing a lot of stuff like that. But what I want to tell you this, there was a lady, okay? There was a lady, when my son died, she posted on social media that she knew my son. She also made some claims that we were against vaccinations and my son died from the flu. And she blasted this all on social media, right? So, you know what Jay did? I tracked her down. I found the school that she worked at. I had a meeting with a department chair at the school, and I got her ass fired. Got her ass fired. She posted on social media to get this boo-hoo-hoo sad story so she could get attention. And she pushed it out there. She was a school teacher. And she put out there that this is why you need to vaccinate your children, because this little boy died of the flu. My son did not die from the flu. Didn't die from that neither. I tracked her down. I was very calm, very cool, collective. See, that's the difference between me and a lot of people. A lot of people get crazy and they do erratic stuff. When stuff happens like that around me, everything goes in slow motion. Slow motion. It's like I vision you in a damn strobe light. That's how I see things. I scale it down. I'm not telling you this to get sympathy. I'm not telling you this to say, oh, pitiful me. I'm telling you this. Do not play with death, and do not put out there that you're sick or somebody else is sick to get attention, to deviate off of what's really truly happened. That is what this is about. This is this message. Don't lie. Don't lie. And the ones that are supporting the lie, and the ones that are encouraging the lie, and the ones that are on team lie, I have no use for you whatsoever in my life. Absolutely zero, zilch. None. And like my guy Tulu says, if the shoe fits, lace that bitch up. Because I am done. I am done. I have no need for that. That has got in my feelings like really, 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 really bad. Now, if somebody dies, my condolences, because nobody wants to bury nobody. But here's a news flash. We are not getting out alive. I promise you. I'm not getting out alive. You're not getting out alive. You are not getting out alive. Your time will come. Yeah, I got shoes on. And I got them laced up. Your time will come. My time will come. So death and passing is a tragedy. It's very tragic. Very tragic. Burying a child is even worse tragic. In my eyes. So, here's what I'm saying. I appreciate everybody tapping in. I appreciate everybody hitting the subscribe button. Our goal is 10,000 by Halloween. That's the goal. If we get there, we get there. We get there, we get there. I just need to get that off my chest. I just need to get that off my chest. Because there is a lot of people in the world that use sickness as a crutch to get attention. And there's people that use death to get attention. And I can speak firsthand experience. January 28th, 2019, my little boy was 6 years old. My whole family got sick. They got a stomach bug. 12 hours later, my little boy passed away, stopped breathing. That was the end of it. Nothing I can do. Helpless. I can fix anything in the world. I can fix any car, I can fix this, I can cook, I can clean, I can build, I can do anything, but I couldn't save my little boy. I don't use it as a crutch. I use it as motivation to push harder every single day to help other people to get up out of the ditches and push themselves every single day. Every single day. I had a man call me from South Africa and told me he lost his wife. He used an excuse to call me about an air compressor, wanted me to help him set up his air compressor. And he called me. And after about 10, 15 minutes of us talking, he said, man, I got to be truthful to you, man. I lied to you. And I said, what do you mean? He said, ain't nothing wrong with my air compressor. I lost my wife 6 months ago. We've been married for this many years. I just don't know how to handle it. We talked for like 2 hours on the phone. Then I had a guy and his wife came from New Jersey. They lost their son in Afghanistan. Only son they had. His name was Bob. I'll say his name because Bob's probably watching. Bob, I'm glad you're doing better. Bob came down here and talked to me. Him and his wife drove all the way from New Jersey. Talked about nothing. Then he told me about his son. I told him he needed to go to Fort Bragg and honor his son and everybody else that got that lost in Afghanistan and find something to do. Build birdhouses, do something. He quit his job. His wife had to go back to work, pulled out a second mortgage, thought they was going to lose her house, and Bob thought about checking out. Bob thought about punching his own time clock. Then I told him, I said, Bob, that's not something to do. That's sad for you to do that because then you lose your wife loses you and a son, and she has to grieve you and your son by herself. That's the cowardly way to do it. Just yesterday, I talked to a guy yesterday, was in a bad place yesterday. Talked to him. He said, man, I can't do it no more. I'm tired. I want to give up. I just want to give up. So you never know who you impact. And I truly believe I impact a lot of people. And I'm thankful for that. I really am. There's a guy out there, he's in Texas. I'm not going to say his name, but I know he's probably watching. He's in Texas, in a little old church in Texas. If I ever go to Texas, I'm going to go to his little church. He says he's got a little church out in the middle of nowhere. It's an old-timey church and just old church. He asked me the other day, could he use my testimony in a service? I don't talk about religion and politics on here, but I'm not talking about religion. I'm just telling you what somebody asked. Could they use my story? I said, absolutely. If you think it can help somebody, absolutely. Well, I won't say your name. I said, you can say my name. You can tell them where I live, in the peach capital of the state, baby. You can tell it. I don't care. I don't care. I got a friend right now that does counseling for people. There is a 22-year-old kid, 22-year-old kid. He lost his uncle. He lost his grandpa. And he lost his girlfriend all within like 60 days. And he don't know how to function. So he goes to counseling to talk to counseling. All right? Lost those 3 people. Don't know how to function. Says, man, I just don't want to be here no more. I just don't want to be here no more. So he's telling my friend that's a counselor. Lost his grandpa that raised him, lost his uncle, and his girlfriend broke up with him within 60 days. Just bam, 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 back to back. I'll catch up on the comments here in a second. My friend sitting there talking to him, he says, my friend's rough, right? He's like me. He said, you're here looking for somebody to rub you on your back and tell you it's going to be all right. It's not going to be all right. It's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to grit up and go. He said, but you're sitting here all upset, 21 years old, 22 years old, got your whole life potentially ahead of you, And it's sad that your uncle died that raised you, then your grandfather died, and then your girlfriend broke up with you. He said, I'm going to tell you what my guy says. There's like 6.8 billion people in the world, and you're upset because your girlfriend broke up with you. You're upset because your girlfriend broke up with you. I know it's sad that your grandpa died, and I know it's sad that your uncle died, and my condolences. But do you think we're getting out of this alive? If you're scared of death, then you need to do some soul searching. Because none of us is getting out alive. When I end this live, I could have a massive heart attack. I'm in good shape. I could get struck by lightning and run over by a herd of buffalo. And there ain't no buffalo here in North Carolina. Not wild buffalo. I could get bit by a rattle-cock moccasin. I can get bit by a brown recluse. I can get hit by a damn stray asteroid. If you're scared of death, you need to do some soul searching. But he looked at that kid and he said, let me tell you something, man. He said, I got a best friend that I've known since elementary school. His son died in his living room while giving CPR. He pushes every single day. Every single day. He's always doing something. He adopted a highway, picks up trash every 90 days in memory of his son. He's got a scholarship at the college that helps people. He talks to people. He does not know a stranger. He will talk the ears off a damn billy goat. He will talk to you till the battery goes dead. He would rather share stories than turn a wrench all day, every day. If you would like to talk to him, I will contact him and see if he'll talk to you. Because a girlfriend is the least of your worries. If that's the worst thing that ever happens to you in your entire life, you got it whipped, baby. You got it whipped. You got it whipped. He said, my guy buried a child. And then he says, my aunt buried 3 childs in her lifetime. 3. Lost all 3 of her children. Buried all 3 of them. And she still lived to be 70-some years old. He says, man, you need to do some soul searching. Because if you're afraid of death, then you're not living. You're not living. You need to put it to bed. So I tell you this, the reason why I wanted to share this, to get this off my chest, maybe this will help somebody out there. Maybe not. If this turns you away from the channel, I respect that. That's fine. That's fine. This channel is about car content. It's about life. It's about everything. But what rubs me wrong is when I see grown men and women abusing children in the store and not buying them little $2 toys because they got a case of beer and they ain't got the $2. I have a very... It bothers me when I see children being abused or neglected or anything. And also it bothers me when people use being sick as an excuse to get attention. And it also bothers me when people use death to get attention, oh, pitiful me. I'm not using that as oh, pitiful me. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is people that play with death to piggyback off of the misery to get attention, that's what I have a problem with. Just like the lady that claimed that she knew my son and the reason why he died, and she blasted it all on social media so she could get sympathy and attention to her, draw the attention to her. I got her fired. Yep, sure did. Got her fired. Am I proud of it? Absolutely. 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 She drives a school bus now. That's what she does. She drives a school bus. She lost her teaching degree. She lost everything because she said something that was inaccurate. not true, and she blasted it on social media. And it got back to me. I tracked her down, tracked out where she worked, went and talked to her officials. I never spoke to her not one time. Never confronted her not one single time. Never did. Never confronted her not one time. None. Talked to her boss's boss. I talked to the officials. They brought her into a room and they told her why she was terminated. I sat there at the chair and I never said a word. When she seen me, she turned white as a ghost. It like you sucked the color out of her. And they fired her. And I never said the first word to her. Not one single word. I got up and I walked out. I shook the man's hand. I said, y'all have a good one. 5 years later, she got a job. She's driving a school bus. She's driving a school bus. So, am I proud of it? Absolutely. The fastest way to get on my bad side is mess with my kids. Fastest way. Abuse kids, you'll be on my bad side. So, if there's anybody out there that hears the sounds of my voice, if you're supporting that kind of behavior, don't call me, don't talk to me, don't send me no messages, don't nothing. I wish you the best. Hats off to you. I wish you the best in all your endeavors. I hope you make $1 zillion. I hope you get what you're supposed to get in life. I don't wish no bad karma on you. I don't wish no bad mojo on you. I don't wish anything on you. You cease to exist. You're not even on my radar because I do not want anything like that in my life. And I'm going to leave you with this right here. A lot of people on here are like windshield wipers. A lot of people on here are like windshield wipers. I'm the same person I am right here as I am right here. I'm the same person off camera, the same person on camera. Absolutely the same person. Absolutely. Now, I'm a little bit more reserved on here because there's some things I can't say. But people are like windshield wipers. Wish, wash, wish, wash, wish, wash, wish, wash, spray, spray, repeat. Swish, wash, wish, wash, wish, wash. They don't know which way they're going. They don't know if they wish or wash. Wish, wash. They don't know. I have no room for you absolutely at all. Spray, spray, repeat. So, I'm going to turn this camera around. I'm going to catch up on the comments and see what y'all got going on in here, bad boys. I appreciate every single one of you. Y'all hit the subscribe button. I'll be back about 11:30 to do this thing. Remember I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else. Put God first, let loose and drag. Peace up and check grace them out.